Ha! You guys thought that I was going to go and watch Supergirl on a Thursday of its opening day premiere. You thought wrong. Hi, I am Awesome Joe, and this is my movie review for that movie. I will not say the name, but it's that movie, Best and Last. I was kind of assuming that a couple years ago when we got the fourth film, which was Forever, I thought that was going to be the last movie. Because, yes, these dudes have been doing this for a long time, and they've gotten old here, people. So this fifth installment, which it was a big surprise to me. I mean, you can call it the sixth movie if you want to include Bad Grandpa in this, but I would have to say that this fifth movie was a big surprise. Really was a big surprise. I didn't know that they were going to come out with this, and finding out that it is their final film. I mean, they always say that, when it comes to this franchise in particularly, they say, oh yeah, this is going to be the last one. Then another one comes. Oh yeah, this is going to be the last one. And then another one comes. Oh yeah, this is going to be the last one. But definitely for sure you could tell that this was the last one. They really put a lot of hard work and time into developing this fifth installment into this franchise. These guys have been at it ever since, was it 25 years ago or such? But at the beginning of the movie, no spoilers here. I'm not going to give out anything because I really do want for you guys to go out and watch this. If you guys are kids that grew up in the 90s and were teenagers in the early 2000s, watching their show on MTV, it's you pretty much get the idea that you're a fan of this stuff. This stuff really kept you entertained. Nowadays, stuff like this happens to so many other individuals who try to take on the idea of injuring themselves for entertainment. Even though these movies and the show itself on MTV always threw out a warning, stating to the audiences, stating to the viewers out there watching their stunts, that this is not something to do at home. So in the beginning of the movie, it felt like how you would find a found footage horror movie, the way that it would start off. But the way that how it explains itself, there's something about it that really already got me at the edge of my seat, that I couldn't even believe what I was watching. Something that had popped up, which was the very first video of this franchise being born back in 1998. So, and this was never released until now, and having to watching it, I could see why they never debuted this stunt, because it was dangerous. So dangerous that they kept the warning sign within the movie playing while this stunt was being performed throughout the entire time. It was really that dangerous, and I couldn't even believe that they got away with this, that they even survived this. So we were in for one wild ride, at least one more wild ride with this movie, the way that it had started. Now, even since this is the last movie, there are going to be a lot of stunts that are going to be thrown into here that we've seen previously in the past, just as a little tribute to the great sacrifices that these individuals had made for our entertainment. And having to doing this, we not only get to seeing those to relive those moments, but we also get to see a lot of footage that was never released. So it felt like new material, and it was great during their heydays. And not only that, we do get some modern day stunts as well with these individuals in their own age. Johnny Knoxville, Steve-O, Wee Man, all these individuals. We all know that, Ryan Dunn that passed away several years ago, couldn't be in this, but, we at least get to see some footage of him in this movie. So Not only was this entertaining, fun, it made me laugh, but it was also very emotional. There was a lot of emotional moments in this, and especially with Johnny Knoxville, since he is the guy that started all of this. He was the most emotional, and you can really see in how he's just going to miss this, and having to knowing that this is the final. It's not there's not going to be anything else. The way that it starts all the way to the way it ends, I was entertained throughout the entire thing. I've seen all of the other movies, and they're all the same. You know, it's funny when they did the first movie back in 2002. I remember when I heard about that right away. I thought that, oh, they're gonna make a movie. Like, I thought this was gonna be like a movie. Like, they had written a script and they were going to have an actual story to tell in a movie in a movie basis. That wasn't the case. It was just a gigantic feature length episode. That's what it was for an hour and a half. And of course, that's what happened with all these other movies. You know, one after the other. You had number 2, then you had 3D, then you had Bad Grandpa and Forever, and now here we are with Best and Last. At first, I wasn't really great about the idea of the name, but after watching this, I thought that was a beautiful, perfect name for this movie, having it being its final movie. You know, and in the last movie, in Forever, they went ahead and introduced a few newcomers, and I don't think that they're going to be capable of, you know, moving this franchise forward. I think that, you know, if you were to bring everybody back, like Knoxville, Steve-O, Wee Man, all of these originals, if they were just to be on the sidelines, if they weren't to be doing any of these stunts at all whatsoever, and you know, just watching our new members, you know, taking on these dangerous stunts, disgusting and inappropriate stunts, then I would maybe I would go and watch it. It probably wouldn't be the same, but it would be a huge passing of the torch kind of film, having it being their final debut. But I don't see that happening. I think it's going to end right here. But who's to say? There was, I remember at the ending of, this is kind of what the ending of the first movie was, when Rip Taylor, he tells Johnny Knoxville, like, hey, the next one we should do should be called Son of. And I'm like, that's pretty interesting. And then, of course, after the credits, they showed them, you know, just this little movie scene happening. And I'm just like, it's an interesting way to do things for a movie such like this. And this is kind of what this Best and Last movie was. You know, it's just Son of now. Because yeah, these dudes are getting older. You know, they did their final stunts. Even Johnny Knoxville, he did his final stunt in this, and it really messed him up. I'm not gonna say what, but it really messed him up. But yeah, there's a lot of disgusting and inappropriate things in this. I laughed. It was a good, entertaining time. And it's really hard. It really is very hard for me to laugh at a movie. And this one actually did it for me. And you know, the thing is, too, I was the only one in the theater. I was kind of expecting that, you know, at least people my age would want to go and watch this thing. But unfortunately not. I'm pretty sure everybody was busy going off seeing Supergirl. But we'll talk about more of that in a later video. But this time, this is all about this franchise. You know, I think that these guys are going to be truly missed. They really did bring us pure, exciting entertainment, even though it was brutal. Like, just thinking about it, I just want to just throw up here, man, because this is wow. I don't want to say anything, but yeah, it's like you guys know, when it comes to this kind of franchise, yeah, don't eat anything, because yeah, you're gonna probably puke your lungs out. Oh my, if you have a very weak stomach, most definitely that's probably what's gonna happen. But I had fun. I had a lot of fun. I would go and watch this again, and I really do recommend, for all of you wonderful viewers who are watching this, I really do recommend you guys to go and watching it yourselves. So if you want to go to an actual fun, entertaining summer flick this weekend, I really do recommend this movie. And I know that on Rotten Tomatoes they had given it a 90%, which I think that it's just a very beautiful rating for a movie such as this. Like the way that you would see and how they on the earlier days when they distributed these kind of videos and all these dangerous stunts. Um, it's kind of like what us YouTubers are doing now. These guys did it, and then of course we got the people that are behind Obsession that's now in theaters, and Backrooms that are in theaters, which is in our theaters already gone. I don't know. I mean, I guess a lot of people in my region just didn't like the movie, but Obsession is still in theaters. I mean, mind blown right there. But yeah, coming back to my point, it's just us movie lovers, us, people who have a personal hobby in the world of movie entertainment. It really does inspire us to want to do more, want to create something bigger, not for fame, not for not for the money. It's just the passion, and you can see in how these guys, these group of friends, that do all these dangerous things together, have a laugh, have a great time. They do it on the safer end, but it's still pretty dangerous. Yes, you do not want to be doing any of these stunts that these individuals do within the last 25, 28 years of these guys doing these things, these dangerous stunts. It's highly recommended to not do these things at home. So of course we've all been warned, but I do see a lot of they're not copycat individuals, but they're out doing their own things, performing dangerous stunts with each other, with a group of friends. I think that they're located over in Australia. Not just one, but a few, many others who just do it just for the fun of it, and they post it on social media, and for people like me, viewers watch, and it's funny. It's really funny, So I really do salute to all of those who really do make a humongous sacrifice performing these dangerous stunts just for our laughter and our fun, entertaining time watching you guys doing those dangerous stunts. I know I say dangerous stunts a lot, but it's true. It's what these things are. And they are funny to watch. But we really do give you guys big credit for having to making this ultimate sacrifice, and for the ones that did this franchise, for best and last, we just thank you guys for giving us this entertaining time within the last 25 to 28 years. We really do appreciate everything that y'all done within these movies and TV shows. I really do wish MTV was still around, or even when the show was running. I wish it would just still keep on going, because these guys, wow, man, this stuff is really brutal stuff, man. But yeah. For me, I think that I'm gonna go ahead and rate this movie best and last. I'm gonna go ahead and say a 95%. I didn't hate it. I loved it more than I did than I disliked it, or think that it was a very memorable movie. Is it the best out of all of them? I think that the best one for me would have been the first movie. I can't really give a account of which ones I think that were good or which ones were bad, but I think that the first one for sure was my most ultimate favorite. But this one, I think that this would be best and last would be in the region of being part of the good set of movies that they had made. But yeah, fun time. I really did enjoy it very much. What did you guys think? That's my review for best and last. Let me know what you guys think once you've watched the movie down in the comment section at the bottom. Let's have an awesome time talking about this movie or any movies that you'd like to talk about in general, because I love to talk about movies, but most importantly, I love to talk about them with you. And don't forget that you can check out some more of my videos on YouTube. Just look me up at Awesome Joe Movie Reviews. Don't forget to click on that like and subscribe button there, you guys. I really do appreciate everybody's support on my channel, including that notification bell for future videos. Once they are posted, you'll be the first to know. So anyways, you guys, I'm Awesome Joe. Keep on living the dream. And as always, stay awesome. Thanks, you guys, once more again. And to my beautiful daughter, mwah, Daddy loves you, and Daddy misses you every single second of every single day, and can't wait to see you again, my love. And to everybody else out there, I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.